Okay, this is an impromptu video. I just got this machine in, and I wanted to, again, I wish I had like some sort of a little alarm to go, eBay alert, eBay alert, eBay alert, eBay alert. I constantly am contacted by folks that buy machines on eBay. Now, no slam to eBay, because at one time, for a period of time, I sold a lot of machines on eBay. Of course, my machines are different. This machine came to me from Ken, and Ken bought it on eBay from an experienced seller who said that it had been fully restored. Fully restored. I'm going to zoom in and show you a couple of things and show you how the difference of what some people consider restoration and what I do are light years apart. And we'll start with some basics on internals, and also a key drive belt that I happen to sell on eBay as we speak. And this is a case where they obviously didn't know either how to check it, they didn't care, and it degraded, and then it went all over the inside of the machine. It basically just shredded. So let me zoom in and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, that's going to give us a pretty good shot, I think. I'm going to try to move the light over. You can see on a couple of things. I'm going to point at them. I'm going to try to turn my screen around as well to show you. I've already begun the process of cleaning the inside of this a little bit. This right here where you can see the black is basically where that belt that they said they replaced degraded over time, and it disintegrated, and then with the oil moving around in the machine and such, it stuck to everything. You can see it on the side of the motor, you can see it here, you can see it deeper into the machine if I kind of move my light in. All of this is as well. You can see I've started the process of trying to get some of it off, but that stuff gets sticky and almost cement-like, and it's quite a process to get it cleaned up. I don't know why people purport to do something and they don't actually do it. But to give you an idea of the belt that I found inside, this is it. So I think you would agree that if that's the individual's opinion of restoring a machine, and then this gunk and gook off of this belt where you can see it basically flaking off, went all the way throughout the machine. It went into the motor, it went into the gears, it went into the drive. It's everywhere, and that's just a lack of integrity. That's the only way I know how to describe it. This is the belt that I sell as a replacement on eBay. It's specifically designed for this machine, and it does a spectacular job. It actually does a better job than the original V-belts like this. Had this thing been in perfect condition, it still wouldn't perform as well as my replacement long belt, but at least it wouldn't have basically disintegrated and destroyed the inside of that machine. I'm going to have to totally disassemble the machine. I'm going to have to take the motor apart and get all of this rubber and oil gook out of the machine and off of everything that it's stuck to now. So, buyer be warned. You'll have people on eBay that say, we offer the same thing that Scott offers. If you buy it, you bought a lie. And this is only one of many machines like Ken's here that I've received from a very disappointed buyer that thought that they were getting the genuine article, they were getting the same thing that Scott offers. They didn't get it. And they don't get it. Because you know what? I think there are very few people, and a couple of you have said this about me, you seem so patient and meticulous when you go through your machines. I couldn't agree more. I mean, this is an example of someone, and you can see it up here as well. Let's see if I can, I think I can highlight it a little bit and maybe zoom in so you can look up on top as well, but you can just see it's migrated through every spot. Let me try to zoom in and even a little bit more. You can see it kind of, look at that. Ugh. All over everything. Rubber and oil, kind of like water and oil, don't mix. Trying to get on course here. There we go. Go inside of here as well. All the way up here as well. See that? See, it's all matted in there and all sticky, and if you can imagine any moving part, this is at a particulate level where it can migrate anywhere it wants, like a virus, through the machine, and it sticks to everything. You can even see it on the main drive shaft right there, where I've taken the balance wheel off. Everywhere. And we're only looking at, this is like an iceberg example, we're only looking at a small facet of what's happened as a result of this machine not being properly restored and allowing that main drive belt to degrade and to migrate with oil throughout the entire machine. It's a huge disappointment to me. It's kind of like the mechanic that hears the story about a bad mechanic or bad service center purporting to do some sort of a repair, and they find out that the repair hasn't even been done, and the result is sometimes catastrophic, where an engine will blow up or something else horrible will happen because someone doesn't do their job. So if you're tempted, if you've reached out to me and I've quoted you a price for a machine, it's because I pour a lot into these machines, and I've got to find some way to cover my time and my cost. Other folks, like on eBay, and they were out there, that it's not a new development. They were out there when I was out there on eBay years ago, selling in that circle, and they were trying to mirror and match and say, offering the same thing that guy is. We're doing the same things that he is. Well, like I said, this is the tip of an iceberg as to what I've heard over the years from people that have had that buyer's regret. They've tried to save a few bucks, which I get. I totally understand. But if you're paying almost the same amount that you would pay it to me, and you're getting a fraction of the restorative steps and the restorative process that is essential, especially to these Swedish beauties. I hate to say it, but they are needy machines when it comes to going through them and doing certain restorative things. You can't compromise there, or the outcome is evident. And this is a fine example, sadly for Ken, where he's learned the hard way that you get what you pay for. So any of you that are looking to get potentially a Swedish beauty like this, I do have a couple right now in my inventory, and I know a couple of you previously, when I mentioned that, had reached out, and then I don't know if you were looking at shopping options or not, looking to see if you could get it cheaper, but again, just buyer beware, because this is an example of what you will get on eBay, simply because, and I'll use this word intentionally, simply because these people that are selling these machines are ignorant. They simply either don't know, which I think is probably the most likely possibility, or they don't care. And in either case, you as a buyer lose. If that balance wheel turns when they push on that foot control, boom, that machine is restored. And you're smart enough. You've watched my videos, you've followed me for a while. That's a lie. You've got to go through that machine like a surgeon and do all the things that are essential. But you know what? That takes a lot of time, and that takes a lot of resources. And the folks on eBay, they're looking for a quick sale. A couple $100 here, a couple $100 there. They don't care. So this is going to be brought to the standard that I consider properly restored. And then Ken, after spending a little bit of money above and beyond what he was hoping to do, he's going to have a machine that will do what it's supposed to do and operate the way it's supposed to be, and not be a second-hand, I was going to say a second-hand citizen. It's not going to be a fake restoration. It's probably the best way to describe it. So, at any rate, I wanted to share this with you. Had a lot of contacts recently about different people inquiring about machines. sometimes they follow through and they'll make that investment because it's well worth it. Sometimes they'll try to go a cheaper route. This is what happens. So, at any rate, thanks for being a valued subscriber. Again, looking to get your involvement, your input, your participation to make us even better. On average right now, we're still gaining. It's amazing. I thought we would plateau at some point, but we're still gaining on average 125 new subscribers every month. We're soon going to be at 4,000. Never envisioned that in all of my life. But it's, I think when you take pride in what you do and people recognize the difference, they want to be around that. They want to be as close to the genuine article as they can, so that they know. It's being able to know and recognize, what's real and what's not out there. There's a lot of people pushing this fake stuff and trying to say that it's the same. And it's just like a couple of my kids have been involved in financial services, have worked as tellers in local credit unions in this area. And when they go through their training, how do you train a teller to recognize something counterfeit, like a fake $50 bill, fake $20 bill, fake $10 bill? Do you immerse them in spending a lot of time with what's fake, like this? Or do you immerse them with a lot of real stuff so that they can handle that real money, and then when the fake stuff comes across their counter, immediately they see it for what it is? And I think that's why we have such a big following and so many people flocking to our YouTube channel, to our Facebook business page. They want to be around what's real. They want to be around that genuine article. Just like bank tellers and credit union tellers are trained and immersed with that real, genuine article, so when the fake one comes across, it's evident. We deal with the real stuff here, not this fake stuff. And again, I would just caution any of you that are thinking about trying to cut corners and get a cheaper machine on eBay. I can already in my mind read that note from you and hear that disappointment and hear that regret. And our conversations about you sending the machine like Ken did so that I can make it right. Don't even go down that road. Save if you need to. Go to our payment plan where we have a layaway option for any of my machines. And you'll get the genuine article from the beginning, and you won't have to deal with the headache and added expense that so many of my customers have had to do. So, thanks again for being a subscriber. And you know what? Why don't I end this with an impromptu contest? Go back to one of my recent posts on Facebook where I highlighted the two FAF 332s on my workbench, and there were some pictures after that highlighting different parts of the machine. In one of those pictures, it's going to give you a clue that you're going to need to answer this question, and that is, you remember we did the contest on the Swedish Beauties, and none of you knew at the time, or at least none of you responded with the answer as to where that serial number was on the Swedish Beauties. Remember? Inside of the faceplate. And I showed that to you. And a couple of comments that you guys sent me probably like, holy cow, I never knew that. I never knew where to find that. I mean, the Singers make it easy. Boom, right on the front. But some of the other manufacturers make it more tricky. And FAF is no different. Where is the serial number on the FAF 332 that I featured some of those pictures of in the recent posts on the Facebook business page? You answer, and I'd like to send you something special if you get that answer posted first. Again, look at those pictures that I put up on Facebook regarding that FAF 332, and that should give you the clue that you need. Okay? All right. Thanks so much for being a subscriber. Buyer beware. Buyer beware.